Jimmy, hello and Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, just wondering what it's like being in fairly strict sounding quarantine in Sri Lanka, and what was it like arriving at the airport to be greeted by so many people in hazmat suits, spraying you with disinfectant?
Yeah, it was pretty unusual. But I think from our point of view, we spoke about it after, and it made us feel really safe. And obviously, with Sri Lanka having fairly low cases, they're obviously taking every precaution to make sure that they stay safe over here. So it was understandable that those measures were taken. And yes, it looked unusual with all the hazmat suits and everything. But like I said, I think it's better to be safe in this situation, and we totally understood and got on with it.
So you didn't think it was over the top?
Well, it might look like that, but again, from our point of view, we can totally understand it when coming from a country where there's a new strain of the virus. It's totally understandable that a country does any strains of it. So we totally understood. And yeah, again, like I said, it made us feel pretty safe that they're taking it very seriously.
Jimmy, you may have seen in the last 24 hours, it's been suggested that you missed a knighthood in the New Year's honours list because they were concerned about you being sledged in Australia. What do you make of that?
Yeah, I did see that. I thought it was a pretty unusual story, but I've not heard anything like that. And I'm sure it's not going to stop them sledging me anyway. To be honest, I get pretty much a big barrage when I go there anyway. So I'm looking forward to that, with or without that.
What about this upcoming series, Jimmy? You played in Sri Lanka, of course, 3 years ago, and you played on a couple of tests, but it was a series dominated by spin. I mean, how much of a role do you think you're going to have this time?
Well, it's hard to say, but going on the last couple of tours, obviously spin's been a huge part of our success here. The wickets have really suited the spinners, but it's something that we've, as a seam bowler, we've got a good pace attack here. You're still in the game, and there's still opportunities to take wickets. There's reverse swing. The new ball does swing as well. Certainly I've had some success at Galle before, and I know some of the other seamers have as well. So it's not all doom and gloom for us seamers. We've got to be ready to put in a big shift over this next 2 test matches. But yeah, I mean, our job, it might be shorter spells and less overs in the day, but there's definitely still opportunities to take wickets for us.
And Jimmy, just finally from me, the ECB are backing plans for cricket at the 2028 Olympics in LA, maybe the T20 format. Are you a fan of cricket potentially at the Olympics?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, it's something that has always been I guess because it's kind of takes a long time, it's cricket, but T20s, I don't see any reason why that couldn't be in the Olympics or the Commonwealth Games. I know the women are have got it in the next Commonwealth Games, which is great. So yeah, it'd be amazing to see cricket in the Olympics.
Thanks so much, and Happy New Year.
Cheers, Jeremy. We'll go with Jonathan Agnew, BBC.
Thank you. Happy New Year, everybody, to Jimmy as well, of course. Jimmy, all the tours, all the years of playing and everything else, I wonder how the start of this winter tour feels for you with the quarantine, and also the opponents that you're up against, Sri Lanka and India. I don't think those countries are necessarily at the top of your list of places to bowl. So how are you feeling about the next 3 months?
I think there's still excitement there. Obviously, it's a difficult tours for seam bowlers, but it doesn't make it any less exciting. It's just a different challenge, and I think the fact that we've not played any cricket as a test side for quite a few months now, it makes us we're all hungry to get out there and start playing again. And yeah, it's just an exciting challenge from a seam bowler's point of view. As I said, I have had success in Galle. There are opportunities to take wickets out here. So I don't think it's all doom and gloom for us. We've just got to work really hard and find the right ways of getting those opportunities when they come.
And how does it feel at the moment? Your experience of an overseas bubble. Is this a realistic way for sport to be played?
I mean, in the current situation, I think it's the only way to go about things. This is a really serious virus, and we want to take every precaution we can. And I think we know from the summer that you can still play sport and not spread the virus, but there's restrictions on you when you do that. So we're totally understandable of the current situation, and we're just going to try and get on with it best we can.
And it's the obvious one from me. I ask it you every time, and you'll nudge it away. But I mean, a year's time, you've got touring in Sydney. Is that still? I mean, is that burning really bright? That ambition to get to Australia. You want to prove yourself that you can do it. You want to prove people say you wouldn't get there. Knock them away and so on. How much is the ashes burning in your mind?
It's not. I wouldn't say it's burning bright at the minute, because we've got I want to say 11 test matches before that tour. So for me, the focus is right now. I'm going to focus on Sri Lanka. Try and I've got myself in really good shape. I'd say I'm as good a shape as I have been in my 30s, and if not better, to be honest. So I'm just going to try and help this team hopefully win test matches throughout the winter, see how we are when we get towards the English summer, and just take it from there, really. I mean, at the minute, I'm feeling absolutely fantastic. We've had quite a lot of time off, so that helps as well, getting strong in the gym, keeping fit. So I'm, as I said, just trying to focus on the here and now, and make sure I'm fit and ready to play in these test matches this winter.
Thanks, Aggers.
Thanks, Jimmy. Hope the tour goes well. Nice elephants there
Thank you.
behind you.
I thought you'd like them.
Okay, we'll go with George, Cricinfo, and then Scott Taylor from TalkSport.
Hi. Hello, everybody. James, was there any chat, any thought at all about applying for the bowling coaching job that the ECB have advertising at the moment, and continuing as a player coach for the next few years?
No, I haven't thought about that, to be honest. I think, for me, it's something that I feel like doing what I do, it takes enough energy, both mentally and physically. I think what I offer as well around the team with the experience and sort of knowledge is a good thing to have on top of a proper qualified bowling coach, which is something that I'm not right now.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we'll go with Scott, please.
Morning, Jimmy. Happy New Year to you. There's 17 test matches for England in 2021. Is there an element of realism that players won't play every test this summer, and it's a case of managing the workload, essentially?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're seeing that right now, as a sort of on the back of last year. We've not got Jofra with us at the moment. Ben's not with us either. And that's likely to continue throughout this winter and into the summer. I think there's just so much cricket going on around the world, not just internationally, but the domestic T20s that the guys play in. It's going to take its toll at some point with all these bubbles around the world, especially in the current climate. So I think it's something we'll see for certainly the next few months. I imagine it will continue into the winter as well. As you say, it's not just the amount of test matches. I think it's, the 6 test matches we've got here in India and Sri Lanka are in such quick succession that it would be silly to think that certainly the bowlers will get through all 6. So I think, again, as in the summer, there might be some rotation as we go forward.
And just focusing on the pitch, you look at what's coming for the England cricket team, not just in Test matches, but we've got a T20 World Cup by the back end of the year. How excited are you by the year of cricket ahead for England and the potential of what you might achieve?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's great going into a year knowing that you've got some really big opportunities ahead. You know, it starts right. Always a tough place to play Test cricket. India equally as tough, if not tougher. And then going into the summer again, 5 tests against India, something that a team we always love playing against in England. And then, as you said, yeah, the white ball stuff as well. The T20 World Cup. It'd be amazing to be world champions in both T20 and 50 over cricket. And then the Ashes after that. It's mouthwatering when you think about the amount of cricket and the opportunities there for this team this year. So it's exciting for us, and we can't wait to get going.
And just finally for me, I want to touch on the point that George made about the player coach role. I know you sort of batted away and didn't want to be a player coach just yet, but looking ahead to the whole year of cricket we've got ahead and the potential of fast bowling options that we have heading into the Ashes at the end of the year, how excited are you by the group of fast bowlers that England have at their disposal at the minute?
Yeah, I think it's great. If it's always great to have that depth. We've seen from every team that's gone to Australia or been successful away from home in particular, it's important to have a big squad of bowlers who anyone can slot in and do a good job for the team. And you need there's going to be injuries along the way. There's going to be rotation, so you do need a big group of bowlers. That's what we've got. We've got quality in there as well, which is really exciting. Yeah.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Cheers, Scott. We'll go with Lawrence and then John, please.
Hi, Jimmy. You're a pretty experienced tourist now, and I just wondered whether one of your other roles as a senior player on a trip like this is just to keep an eye out on for some of the younger guys. It's a new kind of situation, a biosecure tour, and just checking, making sure that everyone's okay, and you're providing a shoulder to cry on if necessary.
Well, I think that's the job of everyone, to be honest. I think we all try to look out for each other. That's what we did in the summer in unusual circumstances. So yeah, it's a job for everyone at the moment to look after each other, look out for each other, be there if someone needs them. We've also got extra help this time round. We've got Danny, you're going to have to help me out with his exact role, but Vickers is here to sort of help out with that side of things in case anyone does need that extra bit of support.
Right.
Spot on. John,
Good
go
morning.
ahead.
Good morning. I guess another slightly curious aspect of this tour was preparing for 100-degree heat by bowling the other day inside a greenhouse with it snowing outside at Loughborough.
Sorry, I missed a bit of that. What was the question?
Last week you were bowling on grass, but it was inside a greenhouse, a marquee at Loughborough with it snowing outside, pretty cold, but it's going to be 100 degrees in Sri Lanka.
Yeah, not ideal, but I think the best of a bad situation, better than bowling snowballs in my back garden. But yeah, it's really useful to have that facility actually over the last month or so, maybe even 6 weeks. I've been going down regularly there to bowl. But yeah, I think the whole situation here is not ideal for us. We've not got a long preparation for this test series. We've not got a lot of practice before that first test, so it's slightly unusual in that respect as tours go. But we're just going to have to make the best of it, really. We're going to have to try and hit the ground running when we get out of quarantine in a day or so. And yeah, as I said, it's not going to be ideal, and we know Sri Lanka have been playing Test cricket, which maybe gives them a slight advantage. But it's something we're going to have to try and cope with as best we can. And yeah, when that first test comes around, we're going to have to be right on the money.
Could I also quickly ask, are you picking up any vibes about whether yourself and Stuart will play both test matches or one game each. Have you got any thoughts on that?
Considering I've not been out of my room for the last 48 hours, I've not picked up any vibes. No, you know, we've got 6 quality seam bowlers here with us. Any of them could do a good job out here in Sri Lanka. So it's something that I'm sure they'll be looking at. And then obviously with an eye on India as well, with those 4 test matches in India, there'll definitely be a little eye on that, and what is the best preparation for each bowler going into those 4 tests in India.
Okay, thanks, John. We're going to go with Sachin Dhananjaya now from Sri Lanka, and then Dean Wilson, and we've got one more to finish off.
Yes, happy New Year, everyone. Jimmy, you have had a brilliant, more than 17 years international career so far. Is this the last international cricket tournament you will be playing in Sri Lanka as an English cricketer? If yes, what are the plans for your future?
What are the plans for my future? Was that the question?
I think would this be your last opportunity to play in
Will
Sri Lanka?
Well, it could be, but I thought that last time I was here, so who knows? I'm going to enjoy it. I always love coming to Sri Lanka. It's an amazing country to tour. You know, it's not always the easiest place for a seam bowler, but it's a really exciting challenge and something I've always enjoyed. So I'm just going to try and enjoy it as best I can. I will treat it as if it's a time to come like a deadline, and enjoy it, and hopefully have some success.
Jimmy, what is the most memorable cricket memory you have with Sri Lankan cricketers or in Sri Lanka?
Well, my favourite memory was getting a 5-foot goal. I think it was in 2012. But getting Mahela out, who's an amazing player. Those sort of things really stick in your memory when it's, as I said, it's a tough place to come as a seamer. So to get wickets over here was great, and to win a Test series here as well again is something that is hard to do. So that those Test wins stick in your mind, and certainly they kind of erase the memories for me of Murali just running through us in the early 2000s when I first came here.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Thank you. Dean Wilson, please, and we'll finish with Crick Vidu.
Hi, Jimmy. Happy New Year to you. I wondered what your thoughts were on Stuart Broad actually finding someone prepared to marry him. Obviously, it's taken him a bit of time to get there, but as one of his closest friends, I bet you're pretty pleased for him. And how do you think he's feeling going into 2021 after that?
Well, it's a great way to start the year for him. Everyone's really pleased for him, and I mean, not the bravest thing to do, to be honest, to do it the day before he goes on tour, in case you said no. But everyone's thrilled for him, and it gave us a little bit of a boost actually when we all met up at the airport. It was something nice to talk about, something positive to talk about to be honest, in a time where there's not a huge amount of positives. So it was a really nice way to start the year.
And just for Stuart, I mean, obviously you've seen how important he's been over the years, but a terrific effort from him last year, getting that Sports Personality of the Year nomination as well. I mean, just the same as you just sense that there's still quite a bit left in his tank, and you're looking forward to seeing how he can develop and progress.
Yeah, definitely. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go on.
I feel like he's certainly the last couple of years he's put in so much work on his game and his fitness. He's definitely feels like, I think he feels like he's improving as well. I feel like he's improving, and I think he's got to offer. And to bowl the way he did last summer. Or last year, in fact, I thought was incredible, especially given the situations around some of the series and games. You know, he showed he's still got a lot to offer this England team, and I think that's exciting for us.
Cheers, mate. Thanks.
Okay, last question. Crick Vidu, please.
Hi, Jimmy. You are the only fast bowler who played 150 plus test matches and grabbed 600 wickets. And you are the most successful and oldest player in the test arena. How do you manage yourself? It's not easy to surviving 17 years in the test arena. How do you manage yourself and your performance, and especially in this COVID situation?
Yeah, well, I think you know, I've been really lucky that we've had central contracts throughout my career, so that's really helped manage my workloads. Not playing one-day cricket since 2015 has also helped. There's lots of breaks in between the series that I play, lots of time to work on fitness, let the body recover, things like that. So I work probably harder now on my fitness than I ever have. I realize it's a really important part of staying at this level and being able to perform at this level. So that's something that I'll continue to do. And you know, it's something that I've not got bored of yet. So I think once I do get bored of that, that's maybe time to hang the boots up. But right now I'm really loving doing the work, putting the hard yards in the gym and in the nets, and hopefully that'll continue.
According to you, who are the most dangerous batsmen in this series, Sri Lankan batsmen?
Well, I think when you look at the current series against South Africa, you know, that they've got a really dangerous lineup. But I think also there's, because of the inexperience in there, there will be opportunities for us to maybe put pressure on. So that's something we're going to have to look at, is trying to find those cracks if we can, and put pressure on them. Obviously, it'd be difficult over here in Sri Lanka where they're comfortable playing. But you know, for me, it's a case of, as with most teams that we play throughout the world, we don't single anyone out. We look at them as a group and try and find the best way to go about taking 20 wickets in a test match.
Okay, thank you very much. Just for the avoidance of doubt, this interview will have an embargo today, 12 noon in the UK, GMT, and 5:30 p.m. Sri Lanka time and India time. So please do not put anything out until these times. And our next media opportunity will be Wednesday afternoon, Sri Lanka time. We'll confirm details in the next 24 hours. Thank you. All the best.
Thank you.